You guys, we have another American Business Spotlight person. I'm so excited about it. We're excited to announce the next ABS person today. It's Waterfront Graphic Design. Okay. Amy Pierquet. I think I have that.
Pierquet.
No, sorry. Pierquet. I have that right. Amy Pierquet. If you're out there, hello. She owns Waterfront Graphic Design, and it's an award-winning company. She's an award-winning website designer, and it's an SEO agency. She has owned and run Waterfront Graphic Design for 22 years. Everybody needs graphic design if you have a company. Like, I know we use that. A lot of other people use graphic design. You need this for marketing messages to attract ideal clientele. She will take their award-winning skills, her award-winning skills, and propel your business to the next level, you guys. You can increase traffic and sales to your website. She will include design evaluation, reports on SEO, speed, ADA compliance, to name a few. So go to our website at chicksontheright.com/sponsors, and then click on the banner for our American Business Spotlight, where you can find Amy and Waterfront Graphic Design. You guys need to support Amy and what she does. She will help you maximize the impact of your business online. Who doesn't want to do that?
And she will give you a half price audit of your website. Half price.
That is completely awesome. So do that. Go to chicksontheright.com/sponsors. Click on American Business Spotlight. Check out Waterfront Graphic Design and Amy, and get that half-priced audit for your website. Do it. Support her. Support our ABS folks. Support Amy. Support Waterfront Graphic Design.
Because she's right here. She's in this
right
audience.
here. She's right there. She's right there. Right there, you guys. Oh,
love it.
Make sure that you're going to our website where you can find that, but go to our website at chicksontheright.com every single day. Do that every single day.
We are being attacked by Russian bots. I should let everybody know that. If you've been having trouble with the website, apparently we are under a massive attack. So our tech folks have had to block the entire country of Russia, which I don't mind, honestly, because who cares, right?
I don't care if
people are watching.
Suck it, Russia. Seriously, quit trying to attack us. What's up with that? Come on.
It's a massive super attack. And so if you were having trouble getting to some of the links from our social media sites to the website yesterday, that's why. It's better. It's not perfect yet. It's still pretty slow. So you might notice that it's slow to load, but I promise if you're patient, our articles will open and you will be able to see what it is that you're trying to see. So screw you guys, Russian bots.
Mock's birthday is on Sunday.
It's my birthday.
Her birthday's on Sunday, so I hope everybody's starting the celebration of Mock's birth.
I'm wearing, by the way, a new hat that I got from Daisy. I got so many amazing presents from Daisy. I'm going to show them to you all at the end of the show, along with some other wonderful gifts that you guys have sent, which is so nice.
Yeah, so it's the celebration has begun.
It's official. It's for real.
That's right.
Happening right now. You guys, I'm going to eat so much this weekend. You have no idea. We're going out every single day. Cake bake tonight. Hacienda in Kokomo tomorrow.
Oh my God.
And then my favorite downtown restaurant in Indianapolis on Sunday. So I'm very, very, very excited.
I love that you're able to eat now. You know?
Well, I still can't chew on this side yet, or I'm not supposed to till the stitches come out. But I can, it's no problem. Like I'm totally used to only eating on this side.
Okay. I was going to say, you can eat all the things. That's really good. Cause cake bake. Hello.
I know. So yeah, I'm totally able to. Also, I wanted to mention, because there was a guy, and I know he's watching because he's obsessed with our show. His name is Randy. Oh, frick. What's his last name? It's either Jones or Stone. Something like that. Randy, I know you're watching, you absolute a-hole. So
hey, Randy.
So a couple weeks, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I don't even remember. He sent an email and he and I had a bit of a spat back and forth. I don't even remember what it was about. It was super dumb and he became super gross and weird. So I blocked him from email. And so, and it's probably like when you block someone from email, they still, they think that they can send you messages, but you don't get them. And
it just goes directly into your trash or to the abyss. Yeah.
An abyss. Yeah. And I don't ever look at the abyss. And so I kind of love thinking about him potentially continuing to just write messages to nobody.
Mhm.
But the same thing happens on YouTube. So yesterday, I saw his name and he posted a comment. Get this. He tried to say that when we say you got to get boned with Bone Frog Coffee, he was trying to say, are you mocking all the victims of sexual trafficking when you talk about getting boned?
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
God.
and at first I didn't even look at the name of who said that. I just responded and I was like, no, you lunatic. We're talking about coffee, psycho. And then he wrote back and said, I'm like basically going to report you to the FBI or what. He was insane. And so the only thing you can do on YouTube is hide the user from the channel. And what that does is it makes them all of their comments hidden from everybody, from us, from the world. The only person that can see their comments are them. And so Randy is probably in the middle of a comment storm that no one is seeing except for him. And I love thinking about that because he's just such a complete a-hole.
It's one of the best birthday presents ever.
Right?
It's just
I know,
being able to think about him just being by himself, just angry typing to himself.
Angry typing. I love it. I freaking love it.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
So anyway, early birthday present.
Report us to the FBI. Have fun with that.
We're talking about coffee. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I mean, what a jerk. Anyway, so I wanted to make sure that
also I'm pretty sure that we're on the FBI's radar anyway. So it's fine.
Right. That's probably
it's all fine.
But I wasn't sure if everybody knew how that works on YouTube. Like if you are commenting and commenting and commenting and you're an a-hole and you're like, how come nobody else is responding to my comments? It's probably for that reason. It's probably because and all you need to do to see if you've been hidden is log out of YouTube. And then when you log back in and you'll be, or I'm sorry, when you're logged out and you go to a comment section looking for your comments, if you've been hidden by that channel and you can't see your comments, that's why. Hi, Randy. Anyway.
She's so gleeful.
The other day,
I love it.
I am. Yeah. I'm so happy about it.
Uh-huh.
The other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, we recorded a new episode that is going to come out on Sunday with our friend Zach Abraham. Gosh, we are both so bad at like wanting to say Abrams
we
or Abraham. It's Abraham. It's just it's Abraham. Anyway, I promised you a couple weeks ago. Where did she go? There you are.
I'm here. I'm here.
I promised a couple weeks ago too early. I know you're here. It was just there was like a blip for some reason. Anyway, I promised too early a couple weeks ago that we were going to have this segment come out about how all these countries are dropping the dollar as the reserve currency and how that's super alarming to see that like terrible countries are getting together and dumping the dollar. And I don't understand mechanically or logistically or just how that works, right? Like how that impacts a regular person in America, just living life. How does all that affect us? So I knew that he would know. And sure enough, he gave us quite a lesson on what that all means for you, for the American economy, for all of it. So you're definitely going to want to check out that episode that drops on our YouTube channel on Sunday. Be sure to listen to it if you have questions about that, because we definitely did. We were like, how does this even work? And then if you want to know more about finances and economic issues in general and how they impact your finances, you can always visit Bulwark Capital at knowyourriskradio.com. You can also visit there or call 866-779-RISK, and you're going to get a free copy of Zach's Common Sense Investing Guide. So check all those things out for sure. Okay. Guess we got to talk about.
We're a little glitchy
the Titan.
This morning. Are we glitchy?
And
are we
now,
glitchy? Can you hear me? Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We're just a little glitchy this morning.
I can hear you.
Okay. Good. All right. I'm just making sure because we're a little bit like slow. We're a little glitchy. Just making sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I feel like your mouth is not cut up with your sound. I don't know why, but
I don't. Yeah, people are saying that you're glitchy,
but I'm me. They say it's me.
Yeah, I'm wondering about your connection.
I mean, it says I'm okay. So I can't, like, I don't know if I can leave and come back because the connection stays. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't want you leaving and coming back because everything shuts down if that happens. Mhm.
Well, hopefully I'm understandable and hopefully the videos will be okay.
Right.
Because that's what we're going to get to now. It's time to talk about the Titan, and the conclusion that most people were drawing early this week, which is that the thing imploded, and thankfully, mercifully so, because dying another way would have been unthinkable. But
Yeah.
because this was an implosion, it was instantaneous, and most likely these people had absolutely no idea what was coming. And so that is, I mean, thankfully, that's how it ended up. However, there is a lot of talk now about the response and why it has been so freaking weird. Because, if the Navy, which we're now hearing, heard the implosion, if they were able to detect the implosion like an hour and a half after communication was lost with the Titan, and then we still went through all of this hullabaloo with the search and rescue, what were we doing?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
And
questions.
why? And why would they do that? Why would they go through all of that? And then why would the media go through it? Why would they go through the expense? That's another thing that I don't understand. And then who's responsible for that expense? Obviously, we're on the hook for it, right?
Mhm.
So this is all very concerning to me. Like, and then it's like the emotional aspect of it too. The families and everything who were holding on to hope that these people were still alive. That's not okay. It's just not.
Yeah.
None of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, there's so many questions still. And James Cameron, director of Titanic, someone who's actually gone on highly regulated vessels to visit the ruins of the Titanic like some 30 plus times, he also is bringing up a lot of questions. And he was actually drawing comparisons to what happened to these people to the Titanic sinking itself. And I thought that was really interesting. So I'll share a clip, and hopefully it's not too glitchy, that you guys can see him talking about it. Here it is.
Implosion, as Bob described it, such a violent event, is first and foremost in our minds. The pressure boundary, which is what they call the hull of the sub, that the people go inside, is obviously first and foremost in our minds as engineers. And we spend so much time and energy on that. And we use all the computerized tools available today, finite element analysis. We worked on our sphere for our deep vehicle that went to the Challenger Deep for over 3 years, just in the computer, before we even made the thing. And then, of course, we pressure tested it over and over and over, and so on. So, this is a mature art, and many people in the community were very concerned about this sub. And a number of the top players in the deep submergence engineering community even wrote letters to the company saying that what they were doing was too experimental to carry passengers and that needed to be certified and so on. So I'm struck by the similarity of the Titanic disaster itself, where the captain was repeatedly warned about ice ahead of his ship, and yet he steamed at full speed into an ice field on a moonless night, and many people died as a result. And for a very similar tragedy where warnings went unheeded to take place at the same exact site, with all the diving that's going on all around the world, I think it's just astonishing. It's really quite surreal. And of course, P.H. Nargeolet, the French legendary submersible dive pilot, a friend of mine. It's a very small community. I've known PH for 25 years. For him to have died tragically in this way is almost impossible for me to process.
Yeah, there's just a lot of arrogance here.
Yeah.
A lot of human arrogance.
And questions about like the response, not just of the because like I guess I understand, like if the U.S. Navy all of us, maybe they didn't even know that this guy was taking tourists down to see the Titanic. And then somehow there's like the sound waves where they hear something consistent with an implosion. And if they don't know that this is an expedition that's even happening, then there wouldn't necessarily have been reason to immediately be like, oh my God, alert the media or whatever. And so I can understand that delay, like that part of the delay coming from the US Navy, who may have had no idea that this was even a thing that was happening. But then like to involve the Coast Guard and to involve all these different private companies in the search and rescue mission. Then there were the reports about how like Coast Guard and was looking at this area of water as big as the state of Connecticut.
Oh my God.
Where James Cameron and even Dan Crenshaw, who you're about to hear from, who was hearing from private companies who know how this operation works, they were all saying, what are we doing? We know exactly where this vessel was. It was right over the Titanic. Why are we not just looking there?
Well, there again, it's like that's the difference between government versus private companies. It's
Exactly.
like the discrepancy between those two, and the two not talking to one another, and you know the ineptness of government agencies. I mean, I hate to point that out, but I also I point that out on a regular basis. So I mean,
You're right.
this is a fact. So they're just searching and searching at the size of Connecticut. What in the hell are they doing? Why would they be doing that? That just seems so ridiculous to anybody with half a brain.
Ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. So you're about to, and listen, I know how everybody feels about Dan Crenshaw. I feel the same way. He is such a dick, you guys. Like he's
just
so
mean. Yeah, he's just You were pointing out to me when we were doing pre-show this morning how when he first came onto the scene, he actually did so because he was humble. Like he was like the whole Pete Davidson thing. I totally forgot about that because he has made that so forgettable by being the way that he is now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't remember that other guy.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys remember when Pete Davidson made fun of his eye patch, Dan Crenshaw's response to it was so perfect and so taking the high ground. Right. And it was amazing. And that's, everybody fell in love with Dan Crenshaw at that point. And then he had a book that came out. My mom read it. She was absolutely like, oh my God, this is the best man. He has been so damaged by the swamp that now he's this mean, cynical jerk.
Very, very callous. Yeah. He's very indicative of so many people that get in Washington and they just get swallowed up by all of that and they become nasty. And he's just another example. Isn't that terrible?
I mean, it's totally true though. And you're going to see some of his attitude. I mean, I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. I think he's making some good points here, but it's just his tone and his whole just self that is like, be nicer, dude. Anyway, here's what he says about the whole Titan thing.
These people who are contacting our office telling us exactly where the submarine is.
Right.
They're saying, look, the Coast Guard is acting like it's a search area that's twice the size of Connecticut. That makes no sense. We know exactly where it is. Yeah. The problem is they're not employing an asset that can actually go down there and confirm its location, and then employing this other asset, the Magellan, that can actually pick it up. And by the time they even decide to do it, it's too late, right? That 6K ROV gets there this morning. It gets down there right where they thought it would be. Not in this twice the size of Connecticut area. No, it's right where they thought it would be. And they're finding debris. And I don't have any more information because apparently the civilians that were there to confirm that it was debris from that sub, they're kicked out of the room. So I don't have that information coming to me, and I have real questions about the Coast Guard authorities and what kind of decision-making process was made here. Look, what's going to happen in the future? Should we put these people in charge of future recoveries? Should we? They can't seem to make proper decisions.
And I think it's a fair assessment because this administration has been criticized from the start, from Afghanistan to the Chinese balloon, of just slowly responding to a lot of this stuff. And it really, a lot of people have said there should have been an all hands on deck event, and it wasn't. Congressman, thank you for your thoughts. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
God, what a cluster, man. It just is. It's a giant cluster. It makes you wonder who these people are. They're getting paid by us to do these sorts of things and they just don't know what they're doing. So I don't feel real safe.
No. And when the civilian people that are, that make this their absolute passion and it's what they do for a living, when they get snubbed by the government because the government always thinks they know best,
right?
That's infuriating.
It is infuriating. Yeah. I'm so glad somebody in the comments pointed this out too, but that 19-year-old did not want to go. You know how I mentioned the other day, like there's a kid on there, where the hell's the mom? And I would have been like, over my dead body, my kid is going. Like we'll get a divorce before I allow my kid to get on that thing. Like I have so many questions about that 19-year-old, so many questions.
Yeah. It's his aunt apparently that's saying he didn't want to go.
I mean, he didn't want to go, and the dad, and he went, and apparently from what I read, he was like, well, I mean, I'll go because it's for Father's Day. It's like a Father's Day thing. I guess I'll go to appease my dad. Man, 19-year-old got on that thing and died. It just, I'm so enraged by that.
Yeah, it is. It's infuriating.
Senseless. It's completely senseless.
Oh, later in the show, when we get to talks, I have this woman who completely captures all of my feelings about this entire thing in the best way possible. I can't wait to show it to you guys. Talks are great today, so you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. I wanted to, before we move on to the big news of the day, which is all this Hunter Biden whistleblower hullabaloo, because there's new stuff happening with that, which is just going to make everybody furious at the lack of actual stuff that's happening accountability wise. But we're going to get to some clips about that. Not until, though, I remind you about fresh pressed olive oil. You guys, if you are cooking with olive oil, and I know you are, I know almost every recipe calls for you to like spread some olive oil on a frying pan before you like put whatever it is that you're going to put in there. And you probably are using olive oil because it's just like part of a recipe. That's what I was doing because I had no idea. I never would have even considered just tasting olive oil like off of a supermarket shelf. There's no way I would have been like, oh, I wonder how that tastes on its own. Well, now I eat this stuff on its own. Like I will dip stuff right into this. I will put this on salads directly because fresh pressed olive oil is unlike any supermarket off the shelf olive oil. One of the reasons is because it's super, super fresh. This is from Mastermind TJ Robinson. He is also known, by the way, as the olive oil hunter. And he had us taste test 3 different bottles of his olive oil a few months back. And both of us went in as total skeptics, and we came out being complete believers in the difference between his, locally sourced across the world from farms across the world. He goes to these local farmers who are experts at making the olives that end up producing this oil. And it's the best tasting olive oil you will ever have. The best part is that you can try it, a full size bottle just like this, for free. All you pay is $1 to cover the shipping. And you can check out all the details at chicksloveoliveoil.com.
You know what I used it for last night? I know you're supposed to like be a foodie and use it like on vegetables and like meat and all that kind of stuff. I actually used it to make popcorn in a pan last night. Yeah, I know.
That's a great idea.
That's what I always do. I like get my popcorn, and my daughter's like, I want some homemade popcorn, Mom. I know. That's what I used it for. This is like how much of a foodie I am, you guys. Yeah.
It's so
good.
The difference is just amazing. So check it out, chicksloveoliveoil.com. Get yourself your free bottle and get your mind blown is what's going to happen. Okay, so I don't know the name of this congressman. I apologize. He has a very high-pitched voice. That's all I can tell you. I've never seen him before yesterday, but he is the one that broke the news about 2 whistleblowers coming forward with new information about Hunter Biden and his tie and very specific connection to Joe Biden when it comes to all these shady business dealings. We'll play that, and then we've got some reaction as well. Here is the guy whose name I don't know. I'm sorry.
Employees are blowing the whistle with evidence that the federal government is not treating taxpayers equally when enforcing tax laws. The whistleblowers were working on an investigation into Hunter Biden that opened in November of 2018 as an offshoot of a separate corporate investigation by the IRS. Let me emphasize, this was an investigation in the ordinary course of work at the IRS. It was not ordered by any individual, any chairman, or any political entity. The testimony we released today shows the IRS recommended charges against Hunter Biden that included attempt to evade or defeat tax, a felony, fraud or false statements, a felony, and willful failure to file returns, supply information, or pay tax. These tax crimes cover an estimated $2.2 million in unreported tax on global income streams to Mr. Biden and his associates from Ukraine, Romania, and China, totaling $17.3 million from 2014 to 2019. Mr. Biden personally received $8.3 million.
Martha, good afternoon.
I'd be in jail.
Wow.
I would be in freaking jail, and so would you guys.
Mhm.
You know you would. This is outrageous. By the way, when I was watching that yesterday, my daughter was sitting next to me. She's like, "Why does his voice sound like that?" I was like, "I don't know, honey. I'm not really sure." Yeah.
Well, David Spunt, I always love saying his name because this is this guy that Martha McCallum has on. David Spunt with the perfectly placed hair. There's not a hair out of place on his head.
Very Kendall.
He does. He does a fantastic job summarizing what this means and specifically the WhatsApp messages that were found that are now entered into evidence. This is incredible. Like how there's not consequences yet. I will never understand this.
It's unreal.
Here is David explaining.
Afternoon, hundreds of pages of transcripts released within the last few hours. These were done by whistleblowers who worked at the IRS. They were IRS agents investigating the Hunter Biden tax probe, and that probe ended with that plea deal 2 days ago. But now these transcripts are being released, and they have some interesting information. IRS Supervisory Special Agent Gary Shapley gave testimony for about 6 hours behind closed doors in May. He said the Department of Justice, where I am now, slow walked the investigation, and made his job difficult. Now we're seeing what he said in his testimony, and it relates to now President Joe Biden. According to Shapley, Hunter Biden in 2017 sent a WhatsApp message to a Chinese businessman. I want to read this to you. It says, quote, "We obtained a July 30th, 2017 WhatsApp message from Hunter Biden to Henry Zhao, where Hunter Biden wrote, quote, 'I am sitting here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Tell the director that I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand, and now means tonight,' end quote."
Unreal.
Now, President Biden has repeatedly denied discussing any business deals with his son. This message hinges on whether or not Hunter Biden told the truth and Joe Biden was there or not when that message was typed out in 2016. Martha, Republican House Ways and Means Chairman Jason Smith today said they did not receive Hunter Biden's actual text messages, but used this whistleblower from two different whistleblower testimonies as evidence. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden will appear in a Delaware court for his first appearance and to enter those pleas formally before a judge on July 26th.
Okay.
Martha.
Okay, so then what? Like, what are they going to do? Who's going to try to pursue this? What's going to happen? Like jack squat, right? Nothing's going to happen.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm exhausted by all this. I cannot be the only one who's exhausted by all this. This is if this were Donald Trump Jr., his ass would be,
God.
Like, seriously, they would string him up. It would be nonstop, around the clock news. Like CNN and MSNBC would be losing their minds. It would just be 24/7 news coverage of this. That's all they'd be talking about. Is this text message? Is this WhatsApp message? That's all they'd be talking about. So why are we not seeing more about this? Like, this is why you know that Fox is losing us too. Like, Fox is becoming more left leaning, is because they're not talking about it nonstop. You know, I mean, it's outrageous what's happening.
They were talking about it quite a bit last night.
Okay.
They were talking about it quite a bit last night.
But this is
so. I mean, but you heard what he said, right? He qualified this by saying, "We don't know if Hunter was even telling the truth. We don't know if Joe Biden was really sitting next to him, or if he was just saying that." Yeah.
Does it matter? I mean, he's like making deals with them. This is the thing. It doesn't even really matter. If the tables were turned, it would be a completely different United States that we would be living in. There are two separate tiers of justice. We are seeing that play out. And I cannot believe that everybody is not completely outraged by that. It's unbelievable what we're seeing happening in our country right now.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, we've got an ex-president who's like facing jail time. And then we've got this family who's an absolute crime family.
And they're just like,
here we go.
Let's have a state dinner. Hunter, you can come. It won't look bad at all if you come.
Right. He's going to go. Exactly. He will go to the state dinner. And it's like, we've got pictures of him. Right. I'm sorry. He went to the state dinner and we've got pictures of him with freaking prostitutes who was smoking crack, not paying his taxes. I mean, meanwhile, if I did any of the things that he did, my butt would be in jail.
Yep.
It is not fair. None of this is fair. It's crazy. And it should never happen in this country. It's unreal.
I mean, I guess it's good like that the committee guy with the high voice, that they're still uncovering, they're going through whatever process it is that they're going through. But like so much of the, even the clips that we show when we're super excited to show them because it's like they say what we want them to say. Nothing happens. So it's like, it's just all talk. It's all spectacle. It's all theater. If nothing actually gets
enough is enough.
There's no consequences.
There's enough shit on this guy to nail him.
Like you would think.
What in the world has to happen for this guy to go to jail? Like, it's unreal. I'm so disappointed in the state of my country right now. Like, I'm just so disappointed in these people who are supposed to represent us. Find some balls and use them. Good Lord.
And then meanwhile, we've got this dude from Texas running for president on the GOP side with what he is describing as like this novel new platform of being anti-Trump. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? He came out of nowhere yesterday. His name is Will Hurd, and we'll show you a piece of his campaign video and then a couple other clips that we'll play for you. This is another guy that is trying to run for president, you guys. Here he is.
Our enemies plot, create chaos, and threaten the American dream. At home, illegal immigration and fentanyl stream into our country. Inflation, still out of control. Crime and homelessness growing in our cities, and liberals do nothing. President Biden can't solve these problems or won't. And if we nominate a lawless, selfish, failed politician like Donald Trump, who lost the House, the Senate, and the White House, we all know Joe Biden will win again. Republicans deserve better. America deserves better. It's common sense. Common sense says we're better together. I know it. You know it. There's more that unites us than divides us. And America needs common sense during these complicated times. I'm Will Hurd, and for the past 20 years, I've been on the front lines of the most pressing fights facing our nation. I hunted.
Who are you?
It's so funny because yesterday I was like, who the hell is this guy? And somebody said, Daisy's from your state. And I was like, really? Really? He's a Texan?
Well, it's funny that you say that because the one of these other clips that I have, he's explaining to the news people, whoever's show he's on, how he thinks that he's going to be able to actually win. And one of the things that he says is, look what I did in Texas. I'm a black guy running in a mostly Hispanic community. And I was like, he's black? That was the other thing that I was like, I didn't know that. I thought he was Hispanic. I had no idea that he's black.
Mock and I are both like, he's a black Texan? What? What is happening? So we
had no idea.
I mean, we work basically, and I'm like, for all intents and purposes, we're political people. And I'm like, this guy is a black Texan politician? What? We had no idea. So congratulations, you're gonna lose. You have gosh. You don't have a snowball's chance in hell, dude. Like this guy, and he's anti-Trump, which is, listen, Chris Christie's already got that shtick.
Get in line.
Get in line with the overweight guy, because it's like it's just not gonna. He's already got that. I don't know. You may want to find another shtick because he's got that one covered. And then he's also, isn't he ex-CIA? This guy's ex-CIA,
He's
isn't he?
current CIA.
Oh, he's currently working for this.
Current CIA.
We have lots of faith in those organizations.
Right?
So that's going to play real well with the right wingers out there. I mean, good luck with that, dude. He doesn't have a chance. Like, you should have seen the Twitter reactions to this yesterday. He was getting ratioed so hard. I mean, people were just pummeling him on Twitter. They were just like, dude, no. Just
well, here he is explaining to obviously incredulous news reporters, like, how they're basically saying, you're going to be the 12th guy getting into this race. How in the world are you going to get your, like, how are you going to win? And here's what he said.
Someone like me, right, a dark horse candidate can pull this off. One, you can't be afraid of Donald Trump. Too many of these candidates in this race are afraid of Donald Trump. But we also have to articulate a different vision. All of my life, I've heard that the Republican Party was the big tent party, that we were the party that was willing to have competition of ideas. But unfortunately, we have gotten in this echo chamber and only preach to the choir. It's real easy preaching to the choir, but what we need to be able to do is grow the choir. You have to do that in a primary. You have to do that in general election. And guess what? I know how to do that. Yeah. Nobody thought a black Republican was going to win in a 72% Latino district against another Republican who had a lot of money and everybody was backing him. But I was able to pull it off because I did something simple. Show up to places where people don't expect you. Talk about the things they care about, right? And
isn't he like good friends with Beto too?
Yeah, yes, people were they were posting like this photo of him or like a screenshot of him when he did some sort of road trip with Beto.
Yeah, the whole Beto thing rubs me the wrong way because no. Not in Texas. If he's a true Texan, a Republican, and you're like buddying up with Beto,
right?
Nope. Bye-bye. No. I mean,
well, the weird thing too is that he's claiming to be like, I'm the anti-Trump candidate. He is just going to be one more reason why the vote gets so split that Trump ends up with a plurality again. And perhaps he's doing that.
Well, perhaps that's his goal. Maybe that is precisely what he's trying to do. Either that or he's trying to like redecorate a room in his home. He's just trying to raise enough money to get some money for himself. I mean, this is the thing. That's what maybe a lot of these people are trying to do. He's just trying to get money, or he's trying to get notoriety, or he's trying to write another book or write a book or something. I don't know. I mean, there's always personal reasons that some of these people get into the race, but that could be precisely why he's doing this, Mock.
Yeah.
It's just to take votes away from Donald Trump. Could be.
Well, but it ends up giving Donald Trump the victory, which is why I think it's so ironic that he's like, I'm totally anti-Trump. I'm one of the only anti-Trump people. Dude, you are helping him. You are helping. That's what you're doing. Because whatever vote, I mean, and anytime you add more people to this race, all those people get like split up with these tiny percentages of people who vote for them. And Trump keeps his 30%. And so when no one else can beat 30%, 30% is enough to win. That's why all these extra people are so dumb to get in.
Maybe he's one of those people that believes that Donald Trump can't win, and then ultimately Biden will win. So maybe maybe he's Team Biden. Maybe he's one of those. I don't know. If he's that strategery-ish, I don't know.
Well, he's also he's Mr. Tough Guy when it comes to the question of pardoning Trump. If by some crazy miracle, Will Hurd was going to be president, he is asked, would you pardon Trump? And here is his response.
And that's nobody's above the law, and you are innocent until proven guilty.
Would you pardon?
However, no, I would not pardon him. And people that are talking about pardoning him right now, when the case hasn't even started, is insane to me. And here is why this is frustrating to me. Donald Trump knew the kinds of information that he had. And when you look at the classifications of these documents, these are information that if it got in the wrong hands would lead to a loss of life.
Unbelievable. Who does he think that he's appealing to? Because he's going on CBS. He's preaching to liberals. So who does he think he is? I mean, this guy is like, I hate rhino. I hate that. I just don't like throwing that around at all. But he is that. If you were going to define that, he's preaching to the left is what he's doing. I don't see the appeal of this guy to anybody that is a right winger. I don't. There's no appeal. He doesn't appeal to me at all. I'm like, go away, like get out of my face. You don't appeal to me at all as a conservative. You don't seem conservative to me one bit. Bye.
This is a guy who would pick Liz Cheney as his running mate. Totally. I guarantee it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you are not conservative to me at all. And it's like all you are is a Trump hater, and I don't need that in my life. There are enough of those going around. So bye. I don't need you around. Bye.
Did you guys, speaking of Chris Christie, did you guys see the picture of him on the flight?
You guys, do you
see him back there?
He was so tired, very, very sleepy on a flight.
So sleepy.
Is there anybody next to him? There's nobody on that seat next to him, right?
I don't think there could be, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. And then I can't read what the caption is. It just says such an incredible photo.
Yes, taken by @TalkMullins. Heather Mullins is her name.
Okay.
So she's the one that captured this photo
with their MAGA hat on. I mean, that really is a great photo with their MAGA hat. You got to admit.
It's a pretty great photo.
Fantastic. That is like, I mean, if his campaign doesn't use that photo, I mean, they're missing an opportunity. Trump is missing
Trump will use
one.
Trump will use it.
Right.
He will.
Fantastic.
And what is his name for Chris Christie? It's is it the Slob? Christie the Slob?
I thought it was because I think Sebastian Gorka took that photo, and I think he said there's Crispy because he calls him Krispy Kreme.
Okay.
Like Krispy Kreme, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is a perfect segue into this clip of Trump. He released it on Truth Social, and he's explaining why he name calls. And it's under a minute, but I still don't understand why he name calls. So, because I don't understand what he's saying. So I'm looking for some.
You want me to
some translation? Yeah, because I don't get it. Especially the Ada thing. Like the Ada thing, he keeps saying he calls him Ada instead of Asa because reasons.
You just can't call him Asa.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, here he is explaining his rationale.
You say don't punch down when talking about people like Chris Sununu or Sloppy Chris Christie or Ada Hutchinson. I call him Ada, not Asa, because of certain reasons. Or others. But sometimes it's necessary to talk badly about those that for no reason other than politics speak badly about you. Otherwise, the people that love you don't know whether or not they're for real. Are they saying the truth? They're not. So sometimes you have to punch down and you have to say what's happening. Otherwise, they won't understand. It's not fair to them. You have to put them in proper perspective, these bad people. You have to put them in their place. People like this are very destructive. And you have to tell the voters what it's all about. Otherwise, why should they be able to understand it? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
I don't understand. Do you guys understand? I don't understand.
I still don't get it. Like, why can he not just say Sununu is wrong about this and here's why? I still don't understand why he has to attach or why he has to say Ada instead of Asa.
Well,
like
he's tried it. Well, he was like, I call him maybe. Okay. So what I got from that, I'm trying, because I really was trying to understand. So what I got from that was I call them different names so you can actually understand who the bad people are. Like you can see, so it'll pinpoint, like I can designate who the crap people are, who the garbage people are. So you know specifically, hey, I call him Ada instead of Asa. So you know I don't like that person. I call him Krispy Kreme or whatever. So you know I don't like that person. So whenever I attach a nickname to a certain person, you know that person's on my shit list. Do you understand?
That's can't you know that without the name?
I don't know.
Can't he just be like, Ada Hutchinson sucks, here's why.
That's how I took that. That's how that was the explanation that I understood. That's how I took it. Am I wrong about that, you guys? That's what I deciphered from that explanation. And that's
And so what you're saying is he thinks Americans are too dumb to know who his opponents are unless he uses a name call.
That's not how I took that. I don't think he thinks Americans are dumb.
I'm not saying you think that, but how else, if he is saying I have to do it so people know who I don't like, how dumb does he think we are?
I think that's just his style. I think he's just like, I attach nicknames to the people that I don't like. That's how I roll as Donald Trump. That's how I roll. If I don't like you, I'm going to give you a nickname. That's how I roll. That is my personal style. And I'm sticking with that. That's how he rolls. And so that's him explaining that. And that is the way that I took it. And so that's just how he is. That's what he does. And so if he doesn't give you a nickname, then he likes you. You know? So I would hope that if I met him, he would not give me a nickname. Because I think we probably get along, and I think he hasn't
given. So that means I take it back. I was going to say he hasn't given Nikki Haley a nickname, but he did call her underrated the other day. So but
he hasn't given her a nickname. So I think deep down he probably likes her.
And Vivek, I don't think he's given Vivek a nickname.
So he probably likes him.
Okay, all right. Well, so there's that. Now. Just talking about the state of journalism really quick, Christiane Amanpour interviewed Barack Obama within the last week or so. And the way that she asks him, like, will the United States be able to handle a second term of Trump is so ridiculous. The way that she frames her question is just so emblematic of how disgusting our media is right now. And then his answer, you guys are going to love this answer. He actually tries to say that it's really, really bad when a president weaponizes the Department of Justice to use it as their own legal protection. As if, and he's trying to make that connection to Trump. And I'm like, are you hearing the news right now of what Hunter and Joe are doing? That's exactly what they're doing.
Oh my God.
It is unbelievable. Like, I cannot believe the gaslighting and the lack of self-awareness on all of these people's parts. It's absolutely extraordinary. Check this out. And go.
Ask you then a follow-up on that, because what happens if Donald Trump wins again? It's said that the institutional guardrails of American democracy was strong enough to survive a one-term presidency. Are they strong enough to survive if that kind of personality wins again?
I won't speculate on the outcome of a future election. Obviously, I'm a Democrat. I've got a deep
the institutions.
Interest in the outcome. But I'll make a general statement, which is, having been president of the United States, you need a president who takes the oath of office seriously. You need a president who believes not just in the letter, but in the spirit of democracy. And the essential spirit of democracy is that, as president of the United States, you are just one representative of the people in a series of co-equal branches. There are checks and balances to the system. You are subject to those checks and balances. You cannot ignore them. You cannot make your own rules. You cannot view the Justice Department as your personal law firm. You cannot ignore norms and guardrails that have been put in place to assure that your self-interest isn't what drives these institutions, but is rather the interests of the American people. And
for the next, unless you're Joe Biden. God, I blame him for so much. I blame him for so much of what's wrong in our country right now. I mean, he laid the foundation to fundamentally transform, which are his words, not mine, to fundamentally transform the way America is today. I mean, it's like we are in total crapville right now because of so many of the things that he did.
Yep. Including race relations.
So much of our race relation, all of the race relations problems that we have today are because of him. He did that. And it's like, just the way that our culture is, a lot of it is because of him.
Yeah.
It's like and then he just acts like, oh, I was so great. Look at me and democracy this and democracy. Shut up, Obama. You caused so many of these problems and you continue to do it because you are the puppet master. I truly believe that. You're the one behind the curtain. You're the great and powerful Oz, moving this loser's mouth that we've got, as a figurehead right now, the bobblehead that's like supposedly the president right now. So, God, I mean, and he gets out there and he acts all charming, and I just do not find him charming at all. He is the dude is evil, man.
I have not missed how often he says and like how long it takes him to get words out. I have not missed that.
Me and I.
Mm-hmm.
Such a narcissistic jerk that guy is. Plus, he looks old.
He's aging for sure, without question. We still don't know if Trump is going to be on the debate stage for the first Republican debate happening August 23rd, I think, in Milwaukee. And Ronna McDaniel, who I am no fan of at all, she has put in place, again, this pledge, right, that every single candidate who would like to appear on the debate stage is required to sign off on the pledge that says, no matter who the Republican nominee is, we stand behind them. We will support that candidate because the goal for any Republican running for president should be to beat Biden. So whoever the nominee is, we all have to agree as Republican contenders, we're getting behind that person.
Yeah.
So Kayleigh McEnany is asking Ronna about that pledge because one of the candidates, it may have been Chris Christie, has said, this is a dumb pledge and I don't want to do it. And she doesn't believe that Trump would ever sign it either. So here is that back and forth.
Next election. Another question I have for you is this candidate pledge to enter the debate stage. You have to pledge to support the nominee. Totally agree with you in principle. Christie calls it a useless idea. Trump, I don't think you'll ever get him to sign that pledge. Do you think you'll have to do away with this pledge in order to not have one person debating themselves?
It's the Republican Party nomination, and the pledge is staying. And anybody who wants to seek the nomination of our party should pledge to support the voters. If you go through this process and you take time on the debate stage and you're going to be there, the number one pledge should be beat Biden. It's called the Beat Biden Pledge for a reason. Because at the end of the day, we all have to be united in one thing. Joe Biden is destroying this country. His policies are making our families less safe. We are less prosperous under him. Our border is open. Crime is rising. Our schools are failing. And if we can't commit that we're going to support who the voters choose as a nominee, then you don't deserve to be on the Republican Party debate stage. So the pledge is staying.
I mean, she's right.
I can't. I'm sorry. I was distracted by all the fillers.
There was a lot of stuff going on in that face.
My goodness, there's so much stuff going on there. But yeah, she's absolutely right with the pledge. And I don't understand how anybody who's running for president wouldn't want our side to win no matter what. I don't get that. Like if you're running for president as a conservative, why would you want the Democrats to win ultimately? I don't get that. Like that, I can't wrap my brain around that concept. Why would you be like, well, screw it. I mean, if I don't win, then it's okay for a Democrat to win. What the hell is wrong with you?
I know.
What is wrong with you? Like, I want to shake that person and go, well, then why are you running to begin with? Because the whole purpose is to be for the country. You're doing this for your country. You're not doing it just for yourself.
Yep.
And if you're doing it for yourself, then GTFO. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Trump. I don't care if you're Christie. I don't care if you're Vivek. I don't care who the hell you are. If you're doing this for yourself, get out of the race. You should be doing this for us, the American people. It is about us, we the people, not you, the person.
Right. Well, and I thought it was really telling that Kayleigh, who knows Trump as well as anybody, I mean, she worked side by side with him for a couple of years. She is convinced that he will not sign it. And so that, I think, sends a horrible message. If it's true that he wouldn't sign it, it sends a horrible message to his, like the most devoted of his following, who are already susceptible to saying only Trump. So if he is saying that, if he is as admitting by not signing the pledge that he is only in for himself, then that is a terrible message to his supporters who are already thinking only Trump. The message should be not Biden. Anybody but Biden. And so for Trump to potentially contribute to that only Trumpism, that I think is so damaging.
For
I think
any
it's
of
awful.
them.
Any
for
of them.
any of them to say that. It's not just Trump. For anybody on our side. For that dude that just joined yesterday.
Yeah.
Whatever. I forgot his name already because I don't care about him. For CIA dude. For CAA Black Texan dude.
Yeah.
To jump in the race yesterday. And for him not to sign a pledge. For any of them to say, it's all about me and not about my country. Get the hell out.
Yep.
You know, it's like this should be about our country first. And if you are not country first, I want no part of you.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. And, you know, yes, it's probably true and fair to say that the pledge is not worth the paper it's printed on. I mean, you can sign it all you want.
And
it's
then
not
lie.
like you're legally bound to vote. No one's going to follow you into the polling booth, like to double check.
But
it's the spirit. It's the idea of it. It's being willing to say out loud and proudly, of course, I will support the nominee. Of course. And if you're not willing to do that, you don't belong on the debate stage.
Right.
And you're
because you're basically saying, fine, the commies can take over. And I'm okay with that. And I mean, it's like, if you're okay with that, I'm not okay with you.
Right. Which is why any only person, I'm not okay with them either. And it doesn't matter if it's Trump or anybody else. If you are only in the tank for one person and you will not vote for the nominee, whoever it is, even if it's not your person, you're ruining the country. You're contributing to that.
Yeah. And you're ruining it because I've got kids and grandkids to think of. And if you're not thinking of my kids and grandkids, then screw you.
Yep. The only never person should be Biden. That's it. Never Biden or whoever outlives him to take the DNC nomination.
Right.
It should never be whoever that is. Speaking of Biden, oh my God, you guys, so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
Yeah, what happened yesterday? It's like every day there's something. Every day.
So he holds the state dinner for the Indian prime minister who visited. And so there was the whole traditional hullabaloo where they meet in the Oval Office. They met the press outside in the Rose Garden. And there was the pomp and circumstance, and the anthem for India was played. Watch Joe Biden take way too long to realize that it's not the American national anthem that's playing, and you're not supposed to put your hand over your heart for the anthem of another country, you absolute imbecile. Watch, and then when he realizes it, you guys, it's
so Homer Simpson, you guys. So Homer Simpson. It's the greatest.
Okay, here it is.
Here we go. Oh my God. I can't. It's not our anthem. Do this. It's not.
Well, look at it.
Oh, crap.
And now he's like,
he's like,
rubbing my jacket. Now I'll just stand here and look confused.
I'm such a freaking moron. He's so Homer Simpson his way out of there. He's like, I'm just gonna get out of the.
Oh my God. Yeah, Jill, you're probably right. Jill said somebody probably signaled to him, "Get your hand down, you idiot." And that's the only reason.
It was probably Obama and his earpiece, you know?
Right.
Dude, put your hand down. Yeah.
And then when they were in the Oval Office, Biden's introducing him, the prime minister, to whoever's in the room, and he calls him president on accident and then corrects himself and then says, I demoted you.
Oh my God, I cannot.
You just have to see it. You guys watch this.
Well, Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, just demoted you. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you.
It's not a demotion, you idiot.
God, he's such a moron. I mean, listen, and I do joke and I say that it's not even a joke that Obama is running the show behind the scenes. He would make a terrible project manager. Obama would. He's just not doing a very good job with this puppet, you know? Somebody needs to train him better on how to deal with his puppet. Because he's done a terrible, terrible job with this guy. He's doing every day. It's every day we're having to deal with this. Every day there's a story. We come to you guys with a story every day of the gaffes. It's just
Yes,
visiting angels, America's choice home care. Where's my pudding? Where's my pudding, Jill?
Another episode of Tucker's Twitter show is out, and I haven't gotten to listen to the whole thing yet, but I do have a clip to play for you. We told you earlier in the week about the whole Dr. Peter Hotez getting asked to debate RFK Jr. on Joe Rogan's show.
By the way, there is a great montage of Dr. Peter Hotez on our site, on our website. It is excellent. It just shows him flip-flopping on all the things. It shows you what a complete lunatic that guy is. If you just had any doubt in your mind, what a lunatic. Yeah. You just go check it out on our site, chicksontheright.com. Continue.
Well, he's been such a baby on Twitter this whole week. And like he's retweeting anybody that supports him, like George Takei I told you about, LA Times doing a fluff piece. Anytime there's something complimenting him and saying what a waste of his time it would be to do a debate with RFK Jr., he's retweeting it. He was tweeting earlier in the week too that he was thinking of leaving Twitter altogether because of just how unfair it all is. And I was like, just go.
You just so hateful.
Nobody's going to care.
To
oh
Dr. Petey. Dr. Petey's scared to talk about all the things. Now that he's not getting all the support and he's not in an echo chamber on CNN with Anderson Cooper, who may or may not be bankrolled by Pfizer, then, I don't know. Now he's having to answer questions. He can't handle it, you guys. It's so scary.
It is scary and mean.
No.
So the clip I do have to share with you from Tucker Show is about that, but mostly it's about why RFK Jr. doesn't need a debate and he's winning. I mean, he's essentially winning this argument. Take a listen.
That a partisan buffoon like Peter Hotez can describe himself this way with a straight face and the backing of a publisher makes you despair for the country's future. But don't despair. There is hope. Hotez will never debate Bobby Kennedy Jr., but it doesn't matter. Kennedy has already won. He's more honest than Dr. Peter Hotez, and that's obvious to anyone who's paying attention. A new Economist poll shows that Kennedy is more popular and far less hated than either major party frontrunner. After almost 20 years of being silenced, Bobby Kennedy Jr. is being heard, and why wouldn't he be? Kennedy's theories about vaccines may be right, they may be partially right, they could be even utterly wrong. No one's proved it either way. But what we can say with certainty is that America's medical establishment has beclowned itself for all time. Its official positions on vaccines, psychiatric drugs, puberty blockers, reassignment surgeries, a long list of other politically fashionable priorities have no connection whatsoever to legitimate science. It's all effectively witchcraft. At the annual meeting of the American Medical Association in Chicago last week, for example, delegates issued a statement attacking the body mass index as a tool of, quote, racist exclusion, which has caused historical harm. Next year, they will denounce thermometers and stethoscopes. They're insane. Compared to them, Bobby Kennedy is a mainstream figure, and people understand that. That's why he's winning. And you know he's winning by how his critics are doing.
It's true.
He's losing his mind.
I love it because RFK Jr. is so chill about the whole thing.
He
He's like,
is.
I don't care.
He's like, I'll talk about it. Whatever. Let's talk. Let's just have a conversation, man. It's totally cool. We can do it in the woods. I don't care. He just doesn't care.
I'll hold a snake.
Right. I'll hold the snake in the woods while we have a total debate. He just doesn't care. Yeah. Because people are chill. When they know what they're talking about, they're usually chill. When they don't, they get all shrill about it. Which is what this guy is. And like I said, it's a beautiful montage of him literally flip-flopping on all the things.
Yeah.
They cannot keep their story straight, these people. It's like Biden talking about, there's stuff about Biden. All these people in the medical establishment and the political establishment, and they all flip-flopped. And everybody's like, yes, sir, may I have another? That's what we did for 2 years. They're all full of crap.
Oh my God. All right. It is time for some whack, and you've got a double whammy whack.
Yeah, it's this chick that graduated. I don't even do
college.
We know.
The school hasn't been, the name hasn't
been. We don't
been
know
released.
where she graduated, but she graduated college. Some people are saying that she's going to be a doctor, which, that is terrifying in itself. But she graduated, and apparently the claim is, I think she explains what happened, but maybe we should just play the first video.
Incident?
Yeah, and then she says that it was because she was freaked out because she was not allowed to say her name and her major, which other students were allowed to say out loud.
That's her story, and she is sticking to it.
That's her story, but then other people are saying that that's not what happened at all. My thing is that we are raising spoiled brats. We're raising lunatics. Yeah. So you guys can watch this.
Here's what she did at her graduation ceremony.
Okay, let's go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Karijata Diallo, and I'm graduating today. I don't like how you snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me.
Oh, drops the mic.
What a psycho.
I mean, seriously, today's all about her, you guys. It's all about her. Like, this is what, like, these like kids today, it's like, it's all about me. It's all about me. You know, me. Everybody look at me. And this is the thing, like this entitled, spoiled, everything is about me generation. Like, look at me kind of. I just hate this mentality. I hate it. And then there's a follow-up video of her talking about what she did.
Yeah, here it is.
Congratulations!
Oh my God.
Here's my story time. Basically, what happened was I was walking on and we had to announce our names and say our name before we get on the stage. So I was saying my name and she literally, my name is long. My name, obviously, I have like 3 syllables in my name. I'm not going to say exactly my name right now, but okay, just so you get a point.
I mean,
so I didn't even finish getting to say my name. And then the people that went before me and everything, they all got to say their name, their major, and even extras. And me and another girl noticed that she was pulling the mic down super fast for some black people. I don't want to be that person, but
here we go.
That was the tea. So, I mean, I just couldn't let that happen because I just feel like I worked so hard to graduate and went through so much shit to graduate that I just felt like I had to reclaim my moment. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a problematic person. I don't want to ruin no one's day. I don't want to violate anybody, but that's what she did. She didn't even let me finish speaking. She put the mic down, cut me off, and that was the only time I was able to speak. So I just feel like that wasn't right.
So it's a race thing. It's a race thing.
She's making it that.
She doesn't want to be a problematic person, you guys, but she's
problematic.
She's going to cause a huge scene that goes viral. And then she's going to do a follow-up video. And she's like, I don't want you to know my name, but I just want you to know everything about me and look at me and me and me and more me. But I don't want to be a problematic person. This is this generation now. And I blame Obama. I blame Obama because everything has become about race now. Everything is about race. Because 20 years ago, this wouldn't have happened.
No.
You know, it just wouldn't.
People act like just animals now.
They do. It's just, yeah. I mean, everything is racist and everything is, oh my God, poor me. And I'm a victim. And look it's like what probably would have happened 20 years ago is, I don't know, if the mic was pulled down like early, she's probably said something. And the mic was pulled down maybe a little bit. She probably would have been like, oh, okay, well, I didn't get as much time as the person in front of me. It's no big deal. Life sucks. Right. I'm going to move on with my life and I'm going to go be a doctor and whatever. It's like, this is like, that's what our generation would have done. And she would have moved on and everything would have been fine. But this is what kids are doing now is they're getting on the TikTok and they're bitching and moaning about everything, every single thing. And everybody's a victim. And I'm so tired of it. I'm just so tired of all this victim mentality. It's like, stop it. And it's not about the color of your skin.
There was comments on her apology video that from other people who allegedly were at the same ceremony. And they were like, this is not true. What actually happened is that everyone was only allowed to say their name because there were 1,000 kids graduating or people graduating, and they didn't have time to listen to your major and a little short blurb about yourself to get through 1,000 kids. Now, what may have happened, and I don't know, I wasn't there, I don't even know what school this was. It's possible that maybe that's how it started. Like maybe the line started with people saying their name, their major, and then they kept going. And when the chick that was holding the mic realized, oh my God, this is going to take 7 years.
Right.
Then she started moving quicker. And maybe that happened at the first Black person. I don't know, but this is not the way to react to that, right?
No.
That is a crazy freaking overreaction.
Yeah, but
she went on Instagram too and also posted this text picture that says, to everyone saying I should be embarrassed or I'll never get a job, I'm a Black woman in America. I am always in the right. You will not gaslight me into thinking I'm the bad guy. I did it for girls that look like me.
I mean, this is the thing.
There are not enough eye rolls.
I know. I can't. This mentality, it's just not okay. And somebody taught her that.
Mhm.
Somebody taught her that.
That's the way to deal with your feelings is
Right.
have a complete tantrum.
Yeah. And because of the color of your skin, that's what matters. It's not okay, you guys.
It's not
Yeah.
okay. It's not
Grown
okay.
is right, Robert. Grown is right.
I hope
Anyway.
yesterday people took advantage of the mypillow.com/chicks super sale and got sweatshirts. Because if you didn't hear yesterday, MyPillow has the really nice, big, grubby sweatshirts for $15. But you have to go to mypillow.com/chicks. The /chicks, very important because that's where you're going to see all the deals. And then you'll use code chicks to get the best discounts on all of the things.
Great Christmas present idea. Do it now. And then you'll thank yourself like, in November when you're like, I have my Christmas shopping done. Hello.
All done. All done. Okay, we're going to start out with our good friend Esty, who is not doing a Kamala impersonation, but she is reacting to Joe Biden. And this is definitely a hide your kids, hide your wives situation.
Okay.
Here we go. I love her.
To pay out $159 billion less.
Shut the fuck up. No, really. Shut the fuck up.
It's true.
I love her
I mean,
so much.
I feel that way a lot. I really do.
I promised you guys earlier that there was a woman that made a TikTok about the entire Titan implosion hullabaloo. And her face captures all of my emotions about this entire story this week. She does it perfectly. Check it out.
Okay. I feel like this submarine story is such a good example of how two different things can be true at the exact same time. Like, on the one hand, this is unthinkably sad and scary. It's a tragedy. It is a human tragedy, what's happening. And at the same time, it's like...
Right. Yeah.
All of them.
All of them.
Every emotion was right there.
Every single thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I totally agree with everything that she just put forth on her face. All of it. Everything.
I felt every last expression. Everyone.
Everything. Mm-hmm. Right.
Because that's how
I need to
feel
send that.
too.
I need to send that to my daughter-in-law because she just keeps sending me all the submarine crap this week. Like, it's just like constant. She's like, oh my God, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And like, we've been going back and forth. It's just been like submarine text messages all week long. Yeah. So I'm going to send that to her today.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the song from way back when, the Thong Song by Cisco?
How could you not know that song? Of course.
Okay. Well, remember the guy that does the musical versions of songs that no one's ever asked for?
Oh God, I cannot wait. Thong, the thong, thong, thong.
He does the new, this is his newest one. I was dying. Here he is.
Oh my God.
I've never felt this way about anyone.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, there's so many things about her, but
oh no.
I had to pick a few.
Here it goes.
She's got dumps like a truck. Truck. Thighs like what? And not just some of the time.
my God.
All night long.
Yeah.
I think I want to see.
Here it comes.
I know I want to see.
Crescendo, here it comes.
That song. That song.
My God. That thong. The thong. He wants to see that thong, you guys.
His face.
Yeah. His face is so great. It's so great. That was awesome.
Oh my God.
That was completely
That's
awesome.
the Gabe Gibbs, if you want to follow him, and you should, because
That was amazing.
oh my God. His voice is awesome too.
Oh
like
my God,
it's just
so
a
good.
pleasure to listen to him.
Mhm. It's so much better
Oh
than
my
the
God.
original. Thong, the thong, thong, thong.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so for those of you who have been longtime followers of the Chicks, you probably know that I am obsessed with Robbie Williams, who is
Oh
an
my God.
unknown pop star in the United States.
Ridiculous.
Very well known elsewhere in the world. And then a few years ago, actually for my 50th birthday that year, he did a show in Vegas. And I went to the concert twice. And then one of those times I was pulled up on stage, like it was amazing. And it was like lifelong dream come true.
She gave him a lap dance.
I did. Well, he gave me a lap dance.
Okay, that, whatever.
And you would think, because I've loved him for well over 2 decades, he's been my favorite performer. I have been obsessed. I have every album, every song that he's ever created. I have it, right? So I love him. But even I, with that level of obsession, I don't understand the reaction that I have seen on TikTok of people who attend Taylor Swift
I don't
concerts.
understand it either. Like, get over yourselves. Right.
And listen,
man.
I paid a lot of money to do the VIP meet and greet with Robbie Williams, the concert before I got pulled up on stage.
Mhm.
I paid a ridiculous amount of money. I met him for like 60, 90 seconds, and it was great. But it wasn't like I was shaking and crying. I was excited, but like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm excited like a regular person. I don't understand.
I mean, I like the Foo Fighters. That was, I would say that's probably my favorite. If I had a favorite band, the Foo Fighters would be my favorite band until they became, like liberal commies who hated us. And there's a whole backstory to that. But like, if I ever met them, I'd be like, they're normal people, right? I don't look at celebrities as like otherworldly people who I'm like crying over. I'm just like, they put their pants on just like everybody else. They're just regular people. They just happen to have true amazing talent that I admire their talent, and I think it's cool, but I don't like freak out, I don't deify these people. So it is kind of weird to me when people do that. I'm like, why are you crying?
I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So there's a clip that I want to show you of these 2 girls who are selfie videoing themselves at the very start of Taylor Swift's concert. And it's not just them, but like there's another girl behind them also freaking out. And I'm just, it's like culty to me, the way these people are behaving.
They're Swifties. They're culty. Yeah, they're very culty, these girls.
Oh my God, you guys, this is bizarre. Check this out. And she posted this willingly.
Nothing could ever top this feeling. Okay.
And it says, would do anything to go back to this exact moment. That's what her caption said. They're getting excited because they hear music, but she's not out yet, right? So there's just this buildup.
I'm trying to collect myself. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're going to cry. We're going to cry. We paid $10,000 for these tickets. Oh my God. I could have bought a car, but we're here.
They're euphoric.
Look at the girls behind them.
Right?
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't get it.
And they know she's coming, but they lose their mind.
Okay, so she's not out yet?
No, it's just music. Like, it's the buildup, right? The buildup. They're just excited.
I can't.
You'll know when she comes out.
Oh my God.
This is not normal.
No, it's not.
And look how far they are.
Oh my God, they're like
You
way out of
guys.
those things. And then this is the thing is like Taylor Swift she'll say, "You guys vote for Biden," and they'll be like, "Yes, master,
ma'am.
yes, yes, master." Yeah, this is the thing. And she has such great taste in men. So I mean, of course, they're gonna all vote for who she wants them to vote for.
Right.
This is the thing. It's pop culture. This is why we talk about this stuff. People will be like, why are you talking about pop culture? Because these weirdos will vote for whoever Taylor Swift tells them to vote for. It's a phenomenon. This is what liberals do, man. They use pop culture.
wild.
I know.
Oh
We
my
don't
God.
have that on our side. We have nobody on our side doing that. Nobody. This
I
is
mean,
why they
listen,
win
there's a
the
lot of
culture
people
wars.
pointing out this happened with Elvis, this happened with Beatles. I know. Like, I've seen videos of the chicks crying at the Beatles and like fainting at Elvis. I don't get it.
Elvis didn't get on a stage and say, vote for this vote for this person. You know what I mean? Are you leaving him with me? Because you got to go. No, oh, okay. I thought you had to go to practice. Okay. The puppy's in the room. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
yeah, we are definitely getting a puppy sighting, but I've just
Okay.
realized I have not thanked anybody, and we have so many people to thank. Amy Floyd, thank you. Happiest of birthdays. Enjoy this weekend. Thank you so much. Thank you, C. Douglas. Thank you, Luke. Luke says, happy birthday, Ms. Miriam Mock to us. Hi, Randy. I love that he said hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy. Yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. She says, happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful weekend celebrating. Thank you. Thank you, Mark Wallace. Fast and Furious. Anyone? Sorry, we're missing the context on that. Thank you, Swamp. Saga City. Presidential candidate Will Hurd is a glowy. I don't know what that is. What's a glowy?
I don't know. Coda's eating a biscuit right now. He's just saying, he's giving a sighting to everybody. Hi. Coda says hi.
And then Luke says, Mock, I love Rock DJ by Robbie Williams. Daisy, I met Dave Grohl at the aquarium in New Orleans, and he couldn't have been nicer.
I bet he's super nice. Yeah.
Then a stampede after I took a pic.
Yeah, I bet he's super nice. I would have loved to have met Taylor, and I would have, before he passed away. Yeah, that would have.
Well, Dave Grohl's book is phenomenal. If you guys have not read his book, I highly recommend it. Very, very good read.
He's just a cool guy. It's a cool man.
He is. Let me remove this really quick so you can share Coda.
Oh, I already did. Come here. You want to come back up? Come on.
But we were small. And then I have a couple more talks to get to. And then I got to show presents.
Hurry up. Come up here. Come here. Come up on my lap. I can't get him up, honey. I can't get him. I can't because I don't want to. Come here. Come up. Come up.
Have him pick him up, and then we'll do all other stuff.
Hurry up. Pick him up. Can you pick him up? Thank you. So he does.
There we go.
Come here. Look at his face. You see his face, you guys? I don't know if you can see his face. You see his face? Can you get in there, buddy? Here.
He's so excited.
I can't. He's okay. Here. Take your bone. Did you guys see him? Did you see him a little bit?
Yeah, we could see his
He's very
face.
chunky. He's very chunky and huge, and he's like beating up his brother. And he'll demolish things in here if I get him too close. So there he is. He's so big. You're so big.
He's
aren't you?
so big.
So big.
I wanted to show an eagle. This is amazing video footage that was captured of our national bird, the most America thing ever.
You can stay. Mm-hmm.
This is an incredible video that a videographer took of the moment that an eagle captures a fish and eats it whole.
Oh my God.
We are able to see that like up close. And then the most amazing thing happens, which is that this eagle flies right at the videographer and it gets unbelievably close. And the caption says, I had no idea that eagles smelled this weird. Like they apparently have a weird smell. That's how close it got. So you guys are going to love this video. It's so freaking cool.
The smell. That's amazing.
I'm just going to mute it because it's just music. It's just like music that we don't need a copyright strike for.
I can't believe like the smell. That's so crazy. The
Right?
smell. Yeah.
Look at that.
It's just remarkable. Oh my God, I would die.
This is from Mark Smith Photos.
Oh my God. How unbelievable is that?
It's just extraordinary, right?
It is. It's so beautiful. God, they're beautiful. They're
gorgeous.
Just, that's just a freedom bird right there.
Right? It's just so America.
That is so America.
And then look, he's looking right at him.
He's like, yeah, I'm America. Look at me.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
I just
so
freaking
cool.
love that.
I do
anyway,
too.
I thought you guys would like that too.
So cool.
We have a husky to finish out before we get to gifts. There's a husky that is having itself a grooming session.
Oh.
Not happy at the groomers.
Happy. So he's
guys.
screaming. He's screaming.
Screaming.
Oh my God, the groomer is probably like, geez, a husky.
Oh, I didn't know there was more huskies. I just thought that was the whole thing.
There's more huskies. It's a baby.
It's a compilation.
It's a husky edition.
Ooh, side eye. Side eye is coming. Look at all that fur that you can grab.
Oh my God.
Their undercoats are out of control.
I do that with our son's German Shepherd. You could just
I can do it with Ella on her backside.
Really? Just pull fur out of him. God, they're cute.
They're so cute.
Freaking cute.
I love how their default like markings make them just look furious all the time.
All the time. Yes. And they're not. It's kind of like boxers. Boxers just like bitchy all the time. They look grumpy and they're not.
He's not.
I'd be afraid he would bite me. Oh, hi, I'm happy.
Nossa, Deus do céu, viu? Tem que botar o fone mesmo. Se não bota o fone, não aguenta, não.
That poor dog.
God. I know. God bless him. All right. We need to bring it in and then we need to do. Thank you, Travis. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Did I miss anybody? I don't want to miss anybody.
Actually, did we wish Jody? Jody is, I saw Jody was having a birthday today. I saw
happy
that
birthday.
way earlier in the comments. So happy birthday to Jody. Are we bringing it in? We're bringing it in.
Yes. And Travis's birthday is on the 30th.
Oh,
Thank you,
birthday,
Travis. Thank you very much. You guys don't have to stay for presents if you don't want to. That's why we're bringing it in.
Make sure everybody has a cocktail for. I said cocktail. I said, and I didn't say tail, and so it sounded like I said something else. But have a cocktail for.
Randy would accuse you of like making fun of sexual trafficking.
Right.
Victims.
I was saying something sexual, but have a cocktail for Mock's birthday this weekend, or a mocktail, whatever. You can have a mocktail, which would be very appropriate for Mock's birthday this weekend, and make sure that you have some cake. I'm throwing a baby shower tomorrow, so I'll make sure I eat all the things in honor of your birthday this weekend.
Yay.
Yeah,
yay. So. Okay, so let me just first quickly thank so many nice cards from Diane Berg, a card from Joy and Bob. I think that's the Morans. From Sandy Lender, who is our author that we highlighted for our ABS. And from Kathy Mills Burns. I think I have that right. Thank you so much for the card.
Sweet. So nice.
I do think I clearly have been cussing too much lately because I have a lot of gifts that are religious in nature. And I think people are trying to tell me something. I think they're just like, you need some more Jesus.
I feel like you're okay. You're all right. I know your heart. You think you're fine.
Via Cornwell, she always sends such great stuff. So she sent Promises from God for Women. These are like little
daily devotionals.
Daily devotionals. Exactly.
I love those.
And she sent me some chocolate. She knows.
See, there you go.
Yep. And then from, let me see who this from RJ Vandegriff, a CD. We're proud to be deplorables.
Nice.
So we sent a CD. Thank you very much for that. And then from did my sound turn
here.
up? No,
no, you're here.
From Mr. Paul Von Eades. I should put on my glasses. He sent some very lovely things as well. It's so cute because he sent our Ultimate Hope book. He sent healing scriptures. I'm telling you, people are trying to tell me something. He sent the cutest postcard of bears.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
And then he sent the coolest. This is a little. Let me see if I can open it gently. Oh shoot, I had it yesterday. I might have to have my husband do it. It's colored pencils. It's like this beautiful box set of colored pencils that also has like a built-in pencil sharpener. It's so sweet.
That.
Right? It's just so nice. People
I love
are
that.
so nice. So anyway, and then I have another package that I don't have yet, but like I got it from my UPS box and I went and I said, please give me this package that you put my claim ticket in my box for. And they were like, we don't have that. And I was like, well, then how do you have a claim ticket? They were like, well, try bringing it back in a couple days. So I don't know. I'm sorry for whoever else sent a gift that I don't have yet, but I don't have it.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So thank you so much. You're very sweet. You spoil us. It's just too
Everybody is awesome. So sweet, you guys. And then you have your Oh Happy Day hat, which is
and yes, I wanted to show. Oh my gosh. You don't
have to. No, you don't have to. Okay.
No, I want to. But there's so much. Oh my God. That I was saving the best for last, obviously.
Okay. All right.
I had it in a different place though, which is why I forgot. It wasn't in my pile. Okay, you guys. I got the giantest box from Daisy yesterday with the funnest stuff in it ever. Oh my God. Okay. So look. I got these bombs. These are for drinks, right?
No,
drink bombs.
I think yes, those are drink bombs. Yes, those are drink bombs.
Okay.
Yes, those are drink bombs.
Yeah.
And because they're peach Bellinis. You like Bellinis.
Yeah.
Bellinis.
Oh my gosh. I love this.
She likes Bellinis for some reason. She's like girly when
I
it
love
comes to
Bellinis.
drinks.
For some reason. They are delicious.
Yeah.
Hello. There's like
because
a
she's
whole
very,
reason
very,
for that.
very girly when it comes to drinks. Yes.
Then they're so perfect. Mistaken lyrics coasters, you guys. I mean, this is so great. So hit me with your pet shark.
I know. I knew she'd get a kick out of those. They're so her. They're just so her.
This bookmark, beach read. Could that be more perfect?
She's a big book. She's a total book nerd. So she needed a bookmark, you know.
And then you guys, I took this out of the box and I was like, I don't know what this is.
I didn't know what it was either. I had to but then when I figured out what it was, I was like, oh man, I have to get it for her. It's a tape measure and it's a little crab.
And then you squeeze the center to like get it back to retraction.
Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Yeah.
I freaking love it.
Dumb.
And then the very best part, you guys.
It's just a picture of us.
Not the greatest.
I mean, it's probably not the best picture of us, but I love the backdrop.
Oh my God.
I was like, I have to frame this. It was.
I love this.
I love the picture of us too. Because it was in a Brandy Melville shop in where was it?
Yeah,
we were
that's
in, right. We were in Georgetown. We were in Georgetown.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kind of like around DC. So I just love that picture because
oh my God,
it was so impromptu. It was impromptu and the backdrop was so great. So I love it.
I love it so much.
Yeah. You guys hit me with your pet shark.
There's so many more too. I just love it.
Right.
Oh my God. Anyway, so
happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Doesn't she look great? And she doesn't look a day over 35, right?
It's because my graphics card allows a slight blur. It's not good enough to be sharp. Once I get a new computer and I have a good graphics card, unfortunately, I will be in HD and then it'll be a whole different story. And you'll be like, oh.
Oh my God, stop it. Anyways, I hope you eat your face off this weekend. Have all the cake. Everybody celebrate her birthday. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. And we will talk to you guys on Monday. Happy birthday, Mom! Happy birthday.